Did you know that less than 1% of people are born with an extraordinary natural talent? I'm talking about the kind of rare genius that just flows effortlessly.
So what does that mean for the rest of us, the other 99%? It means greatness isn't going to fall into our laps.
It means that to do something remarkable with our lives, we need discipline. Real, consistent, grind through the pain kind of discipline. If you're serious about living your best life, not just the highlight reel, but the real thing, it starts with your choices. People don't just end up in bad places by accident. It's the result of one poor choice after another until those choices become habits. And then one day, they look up and ask, how did I get here? The answer? Choices. You want to reach a new level, but you're making decisions that keep you where you are. You're stuck in your emotions. But let's be real. What you're calling laziness, that's just a desire for comfort. You crave ease, you avoid discomfort, and that desire is keeping you small. The problem isn't that you're lazy. It's that you've started to worship comfort. You've bought into this idea that if something doesn't come naturally or feel effortless, then it's not meant for you. That's a lie. If you keep lying to yourself, telling yourself you're fine, that everything's good, you won't feel the need for discipline. But when you start telling yourself the truth, that you could do more, that you should be better, that's when discipline finds you. The best version of you isn't the version that thinks they can do everything. It's the version that sets boundaries, that says, I don't go there. I don't hang out with them. I don't drink that. I don't waste time. The version that knows where it's going and refuses to get distracted. You don't become powerful by waiting for motivation to show up. You become powerful by committing to the process, by respecting the grind even when it's uncomfortable.
Discipline has to be tied to whatever breakthrough you're hoping for.
The fight doesn't change. Every day, it's about mastering self-control. It's about putting your attention on what matters again and again. The things you dwell on, the things you focus your mind on. Those are the things you eventually create in your life. Your mind is a tool, a weapon, and it needs direction. Most people are careless with it. They let the world aim it for them, and then wonder why they're missing the target. But you've got to pick it up and aim it yourself. Point it toward purpose. Success doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the persistent. To those who train themselves to do what needs to be done, even when they don't feel like it. Grit, patience, consistency, those aren't traits you're born with. You build them. Stop blaming your background, your genes, your environment. The issue isn't always the situation, it's often your reaction to it. You won't change your results if you don't change your response. You want a different outcome? Then it starts with a different pattern. Own your choices, own your mindset, own your life. And from that place, build. Every single decision you make moves the needle. You're either building or you're breaking. There is no neutral. You're either growing or you're slipping backward. So ask yourself, right now, are your choices taking you closer to who you want to be or further away? Most people never make it, not because they weren't capable, but because they never connected their goals to something deeper. They weren't emotionally invested, and when things got hard, and they will get hard, they quit. They gave up, not because they couldn't do it, but because they didn't feel like continuing. So many were inches from the finish line, but pain convinced them to turn back. The discomfort felt unbearable. The doubt got louder, and instead of pushing through it, they paused. And in that pause, they lost. You won't always feel motivated. You won't always wake up excited. Most days you'll want to hit snooze, skip the work, push it off. But at some point, you've got to stop waiting to feel like it and just do it anyway. That's the difference between goals that stay dreams and goals that become real. You don't need more talent. You don't need more time. You need discipline. You need to learn to tell yourself no. You need to stop pointing fingers and start taking ownership. You can't even tell yourself to stop scrolling, to get up, to stay focused. And that's the problem. It's not them. It's you. Discipline is a muscle. The mind is a muscle. Movement is a muscle. And you have to train it. You don't get stronger by negotiating with yourself. There's no, just 5 more minutes, or I'll do it tomorrow. No. When my soul gives the command, I act. No discussion, no debate, just action. There's a difference between your thoughts and your spirit, and it's time your spirit takes charge. Because if you don't train your mind, it will run you. It will distract you. It will destroy your focus.
Everyone's looking for some shortcut that lets them skip the grind. But there is no shortcut. The work is the way. You've got to show up, especially when it's hard. That's when it counts.
Ask yourself, what could I become if I went all in? If I stopped playing small? What would happen if I imposed real, unshakable discipline in my life? That's not just a question. That's a challenge. Turn up the volume on that question. Blast it through your brain. And then go out and chase the answer with everything you've got. Winners execute. Losers make excuses. And you can become a winner the moment you stop talking about what you'll do and actually do it. That's the truth no one wants to admit. Because admitting it means accepting that your current reality is the result of your own choices. That hurts. But once you accept it, you unlock power, you reclaim control, and now you can finally move forward. You have zero reason to be average, except the excuses you keep feeding yourself. You say you're committed, but you only show up for 10 days. That's not commitment. That's convenience. If you were really hungry, you'd humble yourself. You'd study your patterns. You'd say, I can do better. You haven't poured out all you've got, not even close. The gap between where you are and where you want to be? It's not talent. It's execution. You have to master the boring stuff, the daily reps, the quiet grind. You've got to do the things most people are too lazy, too distracted, or too soft to do. Every single day. That's how greatness is built. The little things matter. That workout you want to skip? That cardio session? That early wake-up call? They're all bricks. And brick by brick, they build the future. No, it's not just going to go your way. You have to make it go your way. You have to bend the world to your will through effort, consistency, and relentless execution. Discipline your body. Free your mind. Wake up early. Get after it. And step into the version of yourself that already exists, on the other side of your excuses. And you get there, one small decision at a time. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more powerful content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video.